Here's the giant, hand across the throat. Livia's trapped from way downtown. Yes!
Things are heating up here on Into the Fire. I'm Joe Galley. Later on in this program, we're going to show you the full matchup between TVMA's Tiffany Nieves, the NWA Women's Television Champion, against a debuting Livia. Also, we're taking a look back at a matchup that ended in a devastating injury that put Brian Idol on the shelf for several months. But first, it's Crockett Cup season, and our number one seeds were in action this past week against the debuting Jack and Eddie.
Got some offense coming here.
Yeah,
Young Eddie shows some. Oh, and a Guardian uppercut. Caught him mid-air, baby.
Like a gnat hitting a windshield. Holy overman.
Wow. Kicking out at 2 here at the Powerrr Station. Young Jack and Eddie, stars at NWA Chicago, making their way down here to the Powerrr Station. And what a monumental victory to be if they could get one over the number one seed in our World Tag Team Champions.
That would shake it all up. I'll tell you what, Timmy Thunder. I mean, they're trying, but wholly overmatched.
You've got to give these kids credit. They are not quitters. They're just going to keep fighting
until that happens.
Well, and that's what they're in. Is it a fight? I mean, these kids have a ton of heart. But
yeah, I mean, they're not quitting, right?
No.
I mean, that's
oh man,
that's for sure. I mean,
Oh, and look at Kratos. Look at this raw
would've...
power.
Oh.
The raw power of the most feared Kratos. Down goes Eddie. What?
Oh, did he kick out?
Did he get him? He got him. That was it.
No,
Break
that was
time.
Not in time.
Let's take a look at this replay right here. It was a devastating stalled vertical suplex, and splat goes Eddie for the 1, 2, 3. I mean, it was no need for the immortality. These guys just had it in the bag. And here comes Kyle Davis with the winners and the number one seeds of the Crockett Cup.
Oh, indeed, gentlemen. It is time for the 40th anniversary of the NWA Crockett Cup. The action, the champions, they are dominating, and you, gentlemen, are the number one seed this year in the Crockett Cup. And I'm being told the tag team champions, well, you're looking to repeat.
First and foremost, Tampa. Get up. Get up. Let's give it up for these kids. Now listen to me very, very closely when I say this. 2025, the Immortals became part of a list that is etched in history in the NWA, and that is becoming the Crockett Cup champions. 2026, there has never, ever been anyone to repeat and win it twice, 2 times in a row. The Immortals are prey to none, friends to few, and predators to all.
The Immortals looking dominant and proving why they are the number one seed in the Crockett Cup. Speaking of the Crockett Cup, you can get your tickets right now. The Crockett Cup is heading to Forney, Texas, just outside Dallas, April 4th. Tickets are available at nwaliveevents.com. It's the 40th anniversary of the most prestigious tag team tournament in the sport of professional wrestling, and the NWA action continues in Tampa. We're heading back to the Powerrr Station on April 25th for a double taping event. Tickets for all of these events are at nwaliveevents.com.
What an exciting time it is, because your boy Hammer is back in the NWA, and they ain't letting me get my feet wet. They're throwing me in the deep end with you, Carnage. But you know, I wouldn't have it any other way, because tonight, when I step in the ring with you, that's how I start my journey to the pinnacle of the NWA, to the top of the mountain, and to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hammerstone always looking intense and proving why he is one of the top prospects in the sport of professional wrestling today. He is gunning for that NWA World Heavyweight Championship, but let's see how he fared against a former NWA World Tag Team Champion in Carnage.
Hammerstone, jawbreaker, gets the separation.
But you still see him fighting for air, trying to get all those body parts to respond. He is not firing on 100% cylinders right now.
But it might be enough. That flying clothesline. Carnage up to his feet in the corner.
What you calling for here? You know, it's not scientifically proven, Joey G, if people clap for you that you're going to win the match. See?
Oh, you might run into a big size 16 right into your face.
Here we go. Oh!
Boom! Pump kick of his own into the cover. Shoulders are down. 2 count. Wow, that was close one.
I thought that was it, Daddy.
Tell him, Daddy. What'd he do? He didn't
hook the leg.
Got to hook the leg.
Hammerstone calling for it. Might be looking for that nightmare pendulum.
I bet you if he would have watched the best of Tim Storm, he would have hooked that leg. He would have known.
Super kick.
Man.
Goodness gracious.
Got him right in the nose.
I thought I saw a tooth fly out of that one. No, here we go.
Massive power slam by Carnage. Will that be enough? Kick out. Carnage
and hook the arm.
How about the strength?
Yeah, I mean, this is what it's all about. This is what the NWA is all about. Incredibly athletic heavyweights being physical to another level in the squared circle.
He's stalking him now, Timmy. Hammer doesn't even know he's back there.
He's looking for that spear. He's going to be looking for that spear. Sidestep.
Oh.
Face first into the middle turnbuckle. Hammerstone's got him. Can he get the big man up? He does! My goodness! Oh. Pendulum!
Great Neptune!
The winner of this match, Hammerstone!
The winning ways continue for this ultimate powerhouse.
Incredible wrestling action coming your way this Tuesday on NWA Powerrr, exclusively on the Roku Sports Channel. In our women's division, Kylie Page faces Hollywood Haley J. Carson Drake locks horns with Chico Adams. And in our junior heavyweight division, Damian Fenrir faces Will Austin. All that and much more on NWA Powerrr this Tuesday, exclusively on the Roku Sports Channel, 8 o'clock Eastern, replays at 11, also available on demand.
NWA fans, it is the 250th episode of NWA Powerrr, and joining me in the ring at this time, it is the NWA World Television Champion, the looks that kill Brian Idol, and the NWA President, my boss, and also a man who has a birthday right around the corner, I'm told, William Patrick Corgan. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me in the ring.
Kyle, I'm so proud. Our 250th episode of NWA Powerrr. You've been there the whole ride. God bless you. And of course, we got Brian Idol, the TV champion, Tampa's own. And yes, today is my 59th birthday. Hard to believe. And despite all my rage, I'm still just a wrestling promoter willing to throw his good money down a black hole called professional wrestling because I love the NWA. Listen, let's get down to wrestling business. Brian, I know you're out here to make a very special announcement, so I'll give the mic over to you.
You know, I could go on for hours, but I won't. But being that it's your birthday, I did a lot of thinking in the back, and I thought to myself, what do I get for the man who has everything? Because let's face it, Billy, you've been all over the world. I've been to some of those places with you. And as one of my best friends on planet Earth, I've been racking my brain to think about what it is I can do for you that actually is going to mean something. No. So I've decided that I am, in fact, officially, right here, right now, gonna cash in this television title and the Lucky 7 rule, and I'm gonna compete for the 10 pounds of gold because I'm gonna be the guy that gives you back the NWA, the company that you put your heart and soul into, the company that you stay awake at night, making the most special wrestling organization on planet Earth.
Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. Here comes your NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He knows his next matchup is against the looks to kill Brian Idol, making it official right here on the 250th episode, relinquishing that television title belt to the boss. A ceremonial moment as Brian Idol wants to stake his claim and become the face that runs the place, the man at the top of the mountain. But can he finally beat Silas Mason?
You may be the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, but I don't remember you scheduled to be out here right now. And last I checked, this is my television program, the 250th episode of NWA Powerrr. So I assume you got something important to say. Would that be a good assumption?
Well, you know, Billy, you don't want to make assumptions because you look like an ass when you do so. But it just so happens it's the best looking ass in the building, because you're right, I do have something very important to say. Now, Brian, I always knew you couldn't read, but I guess you pieces of Florida trash can't count either. How many times have I beaten you? How many times have I embarrassed you? That scar you carry on your body is from me, boy, because I own you. I marked you like the dog that you are. And tonight, or whenever that you want to step in there with me, I got news for you, boy. I know that you think you can't be gotten rid of because you got your nose buried so far up his backside that explains the spray tan. But you're like herpes in the NWA. And I am going to vaccinate the NWA from you, and we will never have to see you ever again. And I don't want to wait, Billy. I want it right here tonight. I want it now! Come on! This is the biggest game, the biggest prize! This is what it's all for! Yeah, that's right. Listen to the boss.
Cooler heads looking to prevail right here. Brian Idol wants a shot once again at the World's Heavyweight Championship.
The heated animosity between Thrillbilly Silas Mason and Brian Idol goes way back. So let's take a look back at what happened in a matchup they had in Dothan, Alabama that sent Brian Idol to the hospital.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of why Thrilly is so aggravated here, too, because it's nothing against Brian, but he's probably thinking, I had a world title match last time I was here. Now I've got to deal with you and Kyle and Colby and, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are in my way here. I'm trying to do stuff, and you guys just keep getting in my way.
That's Brian Idol. Got the punches in, but Silas Mason with that knee to the gut. Long history now between these gentlemen.
Absolutely.
I mean, these guys had matches all the way back when we were doing our tours of Australia.
Yeah, there was
as well.
Australia they were beating each other.
There was a lot of animosity that started then and continues now. And let's not forget at Salwin, Colby Carino and Brian Idol getting that victory over Silas Mason and Kerry Morton. And Kerry Morton falling on a recent episode of Powerrr here in Dothan.
That was a little controversial, right?
Boom, sling blade.
Colby, I'll say if Brian's going to have a chance, this is the pace he's got to keep at. He's got to stay on top of Thrilly. You can't let him catch his breath. Because Thrilly is, boom.
Yeah, there you go. That's what will happen. You'll get that huge elbow to the
He's
face.
a dangerous dude, man. I'm telling you. The camera does not do Thrilly justice about how big he is. Boom. Because in there with Brian, he's making Brian look like he's a regular-sized dude, which he isn't. But Thrilly's just that big.
These are two ultra heavyweight guys, elite level athletes. Brian Idol also our national promoter here in the end of. Oh, the chair! Oh, it got to the concrete!
We might have a job opening.
Oh my God! Kidding. Oh. Let's take a look at this replay right here. Brian Idol had no idea that chair was waiting for him and got his clock cleaned and then crashing into the concrete. That was nasty with a capital N.
Sweet Marie. But let me tell you something, you can't, Thrillbilly is nuts, especially if you say, falls count anywhere, let's do it. That's not the guy to do it with.
Yeah, that's
unpredictable.
Dangerous situation for anyone. It's over. It's over. He's hurt. The swinging of that chair has taken out Brian Idol. And they're calling for, we're going to have to get some medical assistance here to check on Brian Idol. As Silas Mason, with one swing of a chair, has shut down Brian Idol. My God. This guy's a madman. He is an absolute madman.
The problem with your collarbone is the same problem with your head, it's the same problem with your hands, and it's the same problem with your heart. It's attached in a coward's body. Himself could not beat me. I am the Alpha. I am the Omega. I am Silas Mason, your next NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
An unexpected end to that matchup, but it certainly wasn't the end of the feud, as Brian Idol will be challenging for that NWA World's Heavyweight Championship against his arch rival, Thrillbilly Silas Mason. But coming up right now, it is our main event. The NWA Women's Television title is on the line. Tiffany Nieves of TVMA defends against a debuting Livia.
The following match is one fall with no time limit and is for the NWA World Women's Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger, hailing from Providence, Rhode Island, this is Livia!
Looking to make a mark here in the National Wrestling Alliance. This young athlete, just 19 years old. Can she take down La Princesa and become the new Women's TV Champion?
Best at everything!
And her opponent, representing television's most attractive TVMA, accompanied by Miss Star and the towering Greta. She is the NWA World Women's TV Champion. She is La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves!
You know, when you talk to Tiffany Nieves, it almost feels as though she feels the world revolves around her. She spent weeks getting prepared for a big birthday celebration that's being set up at her penthouse condo. And right now, though, defending that world TV title against a young upstart. It's going to be really interesting to see what Livia brings to this.
Did you get an invite to the birthday party?
No, I never do. I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Did you go?
Hey, listen. This is what do you like, the Inquirer or whatever?
He's not DLZ, you are.
Yeah, I'm the DLZ. I think it's very nice of Tiffany to grant this TV title match, don't you?
I don't think it's up to Tiffany. I don't think she makes these decisions.
Are you sure about that?
Well,
Look at Greta. Jeez.
Oh, well.
You know, Tiffany seems to walk that line between confidence and cocky, and I can't figure out which side of that line she's on.
She's just confident, that's all. She's confident in her abilities.
That was cocky. That looked pretty cocky right there.
No, she's just confident in her ability. She's just very demonstrative when she talks, that's all.
Ducks the punch, backslide, looking for an early victory.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. You're not going to catch Tiffany off guard and beat her with a backslide. I think that's it. That might be in the realm of impossibility. It is very high up.
Shoulder tackle by La Princesa.
Yeah, see?
Of course, with Ms. Star, daughter of Baby Doll on the outside. Been such a factor in the success of TVMA. Crossbody there by Livia.
Livia's really, really athletic.
Once again, the experience advantage definitely with our television champion.
Well, of course. I think Tiffany is one of the top-ranked wrestlers in the world, if I'm not mistaken, Joe. If you look down there at your charts.
It's undeniable defending that television champion across all of our territories, and also when you have the alignment with your towering Greta as your partner.
Well, Greta's there for emotional support.
No kidding, and for choke slams, right?
Well, you know. Hey, listen.
Face first goes Tiffany Nieves.
Yeah, Olivia's still feeling it, though.
Yeah.
There you go. A little smother special. How's that grab you?
Face first into the turnbuckle.
Driving those shoulders into the gut.
And that's what we talk about when you're talking about Tiffany Nieves and really our entire NWA women's division. It is the most physical of any women's division in the sport of professional wrestling.
She fell for that okie doke.
With the escape. And then out to the outside, wants a timeout, looking for a breather. And look at that, hiding behind a 6'7" giant. Yeah, you ain't getting around Greta.
No, that's not happening. Maybe she's just introducing herself.
Nieves, waiting for a moment. Comes through with a drop kick to the back of the head.
Rookie mistake. Don't take your eyes off your opponent, Timothy. You're a former champion. You know this.
And you could see that neck whip too. That's man.
Well, that's what you get, right? You got to stay focused, right? I don't see how this is Tiffany's problem.
I think you're right. I think it's just an experience. I think if you said she's 19 years old, that those kings have come with more reps, more matches.
Look at that. She even got her a close-up.
It's all about TV for TVMA. Just dragging Livia around. Face first into the post, and just a dominant performance by TVMA and Tiffany Nieves in this television title defense.
Easy money?
Yeah.
Going for it one more time. Liv pumps the brakes. Shot to the gut. Here comes Liv. Hey. Face first into the apron. And Nieves is down.
That was uncalled for.
I'd like to take a bit more of a taste of her own medicine.
Hey, listen. Olivia is here on television because, here on Roku Sports, because Tiffany granted her a match. So that was very nice of her. No reason to slam her head into the canvas.
Flies in with a clothesline. Into the cover, shoulders are down. She locks in that chin lock, looking for a sleeper. Quick programming note, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on this episode, we've got Casey Kazana taking on Jake Cross. We're going to have a Billy Corgan birthday celebration.
Whoa.
Happy birthday, Billy.
And as you mentioned
at the top of the show, main event, Hammerstone takes on Carnage. That's right here on NWA Powerrr exclusively on the Roku Sports Channel. Olivia coming back to life here, ducks the clothesline, answers with a forearm. And the rookie starting to rally.
Whoa!
Cartwheel escape. And the mind games continue.
Yeah, that's what you get. Look at that. It's all it took to confuse the young Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia, though, great scouting right there. Knew that Nieves was going to go for that sidewalk slam. Obviously been watching footage right here on Roku Sports. Super kick there by Nieves.
There it is.
Here we go. Round and round we go.
Oh, that's got to be
TV's most devastating sidewalk slam into the cover. 2 count.
Well, Tiffany can't believe it. I can't believe it either, Tiffany.
I believe it.
The boot right across the throat.
That's a cover right there. Ash should be counting.
I think it's an illegal choke. Feel like ashed out. The official in this matchup calling it right down the middle. And Nieves actually showing some frustration. It used to be easy money just a few minutes ago.
All right, guys, get your jokes
so
in.
Easy.
All right, you should.
Wait a minute.
Now
what's she going for?
Frustration.
Oh, and here comes Greta.
Oh, she just said go.
Sending Greta. The towering Greta has entered the ring.
Look at the size.
I mean,
I don't know.
And the star's coming in here.
Ash's orders look more like a suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, Samantha's the one calling the shots. Sending the giant. Here's the giant. Hand across the throat. Livia's trapped.
From way downtown.
Yes. Massive choke slam, and the match is over.
The referee has thrown this match out.
TVMA making their mark. Win, lose, or draw here on Powerrr.
Downright unfair tactics by TVMA, having the towering Greta get involved once again, and I know that William Patrick Corgan is considering some very serious punishment for Tiffany Nieves because of that. We'll have more details on that as it develops. I hope that we get to see Livia in action in the NWA again very, very soon. We'll see you this Tuesday on Powerrr, exclusively on the Roku Sports Channel.